Pelosi's legacy.
Yeah, of course, it's an impressive legacy. The first female speaker, she changed a lot of perceptions about female politicians. Um, she was something of a governing partner for President Obama. Of course, her biggest legislative achievement probably is his with the Affordable Care Act. She got that through. It wasn't a sure thing. It took a lot of work. Pelosi. I will always remember Nancy Pelosi for. I think she describes the speaker's job about as well as anyone. She used to tell us reporters when you're going to vote on this or that, when you're going to the floor. She said, "We'll go to the floor when we have the votes," and that's pretty much the speaker's job. But there is another part of her legacy that may be forgotten but shouldn't be. And that is that she hung on and hung on and hung on as the House Democratic leader. And she held down an entire generation of potential Democratic leaders that could have gone on to run for governor. They could have been the leader. She also kept them out of leadership positions beneath her. She kept Steny Hoyer, despite their many, 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 many sources of tension over the years. She kept him as her number two instead of allowing people to move up the leadership ranks. They could have run for governor. They could have run for Senate. Who knows? Somebody could have propelled that into a run for president that could have changed history. So part of her legacy has to be suppressing that generation of Democrats.
And that's a great, yeah. And I have to tell you, it's one of the biggest problems I found in the Obama administration was the inability for the Democrats to
Yes.
their bench strength, and that's part of the reason why we've got Donald Trump today. Imagine how bad Donald Trump is, but imagine that you can't find someone to defeat him.
Pelosi and Obama did not build a bench during those 8 years.
Yeah, I agree with you there. With that said, we are now in our 40th day of the government shutdown, the two largest government shutdowns in history coming under Donald Trump's administration. We look forward to this week to see what the hell's going to happen. and if Donnie gets out of the sand trap, as he would say, stay tuned. Or, as I was told this week when I asked for a comment from the White House regarding problems inside the White House and speculation about Donald Trump, I was told, thank you for your attention to this matter. So I want to thank everybody for their attention to this matter. It's been fun as always. What do you want to plug, John? All on you, brother.
That's a great question. It's No Plug Vember now, so I'll just give a shout out to the Texas A&M Aggies, looking like national title contenders. Folks, I've always made fun of Texas A&M, call them Texas 8-4 because they always win 8-4 and went to the Holiday Bowl. But the Aggies are legit. They got a great quarterback and a great defense, a lot of playmakers. So keep an eye on the maroon and white.
And Mark?
Encourage all the listeners to go up into the attics and basements of your elderly parents and look for comic books and see what you can find and come and contact me. There is a Superman #1, not the first appearance of Superman. He appeared in Action #1 in 1938. The following year, he got his own title in 1939. And recently, not too long ago, there was a copy found that has now been graded by my client CGC, which is a company independently that grades comic books, as a 9.0. It is out of a 10. It is the highest graded Superman comic. It is likely to sell for several $1 million.
Wow.
And it was found in the attic of their mom's house. Just between, there were 5 comic books that apparently she had saved from childhood. And this was just sandwiched in between. No one knew it was there for decades and decades. And now this family's about to be very wealthy. Unfortunately, $3 million or so is not very wealthy anymore. But have a significant sum of money that will
get you a steak dinner and a month's mortgage.
Well, it won't even pay for like a Snap family, for a month anymore. But it'll probably be really well for their 529 plans for their kids and grandkids' educational costs. But the moral of the story is there are still some kick-ass comic books that are out there waiting to be found. Bring them to me, people.